Hi, I'm Mo Hunt and I'm here at the Honda England Rugby Performance Centre with Allianz to speak to Joe Marchant, Will Stewart and Charlie Yules. Welcome boys. First of all, thank you so much for putting the full kit on. Really appreciate that. Perfect. What we're going to do is I'm going to ask you a series of questions. All you have to do is be as brutally honest as you can, stitch up your teammates, write down the first person that comes to mind, no cheating. Straight in with the first question. Who has the worst lid in camp? On you.
Yeah. So I was going to write me, and then I was like, you can't write me, so I wrote Marla. He's low hanging fruit. So yeah, but it probably is me. Yeah,
Is there any story behind it?
So yeah, I went on loan at the end of this year because of salary cap stuff with Bath, and I didn't know where I was going to go. And for a period of time, it looked like I was going to Australia. So at that time, I thought, well, the only way those lads will let me in is if I grow a mullet. So I shaved in a mullet at that point, and I ended up going to South Africa. But by that point, I already started. So now
I actually like it.
So you're trying to fit in before.
You're showing off.
Yeah.
But yeah, now
Fair
here
point.
we are. Yeah.
Who gives the best pre-match motivational speeches? Go on, Joe, you can go first.
I've gone Genji. He usually gets the most hyped up, I reckon. And I can't understand a lot of it because he does speak quick when he does it, but it's good. So
Fair. Charlie?
I've gone Tom Curry, and there's a partly ironic part to this answer. So we played America or Canada in the summer, and then just before the game, he spoke really well to the boys, and then I don't know what came over him, but he lost his head and went, right lads, hands in, which we've never done, ever. and then panicked, and he didn't know where to go from there, so I had to step in and go, a team on three, and everyone just sort of bought in, but we're about to run out for a test match. But I've never seen anything. I just across the circle saw the panic in his eyes after he said hands in, and realised that was the end of what he'd planned in his head. So yeah, Tom Curry spoke very well and then blew it at the end. Yeah.
Ben Spencer at Bath. Not so much revs me. I just really enjoy them because he's Northern anyway, but he turns it on so much, and he's just like on a loop. And I quite enjoy it. It's good. If he doesn't know what he's going to say, he just turns around and says, "We're good, eh? We're good, eh?" And that's it. Just on a loop, yeah. And it just, it's good, yeah. And that's pretty much it. But it just every time he says it, I mean, maybe it's not the best frame of mind to be going into a match that I kind of chuckle at it, but it gets me, relaxes me a little bit.
Oh, so good. Who is the toughest player on the team? Obviously, you've got blood on your boot, so you could be up there.
Draw your arrows. Guys.
Go on, Will, you can go first.
It's maybe a bit of Bath bias again, but Dunny for someone who has, it's quite harsh, limited athletic capabilities, gets up time and time again. If you just look at the state of his face after a game.
Yeah, fair.
So yeah, that's for me.
His tackle count's insane in games as well. Next level.
I'm the same.
Same.
He's just, he has no talent, no athletic. He's built off sheer determination and will. So, yeah.
I've gone for Manu because you can't really go wrong with him, can you?
Yeah. Also relatively tough. Yeah.
Pretty tough.
There's a few tough blokes.
Pretty tough family.
Similar vein then, who shifts the most tin? Go on then, Joe, you go.
I've gone Marla because, I only know really from the club, but he's just an absolute freak. Like he's, squat, bench, everything. He's, I'd say he probably shifts the most tin.
Fair. Charlie?
Legs, I've gone Benno because he's very, very strong.
Like what sort of weight are we talking?
It depends on the exercise, but when we were doing those, was it box squats a few years ago, and he was like well up over 300 kilos, like silly. And we're not talking like these are proper squats as well.
Yeah.
He's a freak. And then bench Marla, but potentially Benno, Stewie would be in there. Genji's strong. It's all the props basically.
Yeah.
All the props are all the.
Fair.
They're all the big ones.
I said legs. Circle
Me.
But I'd probably say Benz or Marla probably. I'll probably overall Benno probably is strongest because his bench is ridiculous.
He's got a 200 kilo bench.
Yeah, it's 200 plus easily.
No way.
But yeah, Benno, Sinks and Genji uppers, and then Marla, Benno, and then me maybe sliding in.
Do you ever try and bench each other?
Oh, yeah, if it was high pull, Yawsy for a high pull.
Oh,
Quite a
nice.
niche.
Very niche.
Strength.
It's not really an exercise, but quite good at it.
We have a little demo.
I'll do a
just
seated
action.
demo
Yeah.
of like you kind of go from here and then it's all in the hips and you just pop and then you go. But obviously I can't clean because I've got no shoulder mobility.
When you have those terrible trainers for it as well.
Yeah. I had some pretty hanging shoes I used to wear for it as well. But
Specifically for high
the
pull.
numbers don't lie.
Sorry, you used to change your shoes for
Yeah,
high
My
pull.
high pull shoes. Yeah.
Genuine.
It became a bit of a gag. Like there was a performance reason issue, then it became a bit of a gag, and then I just had to stick with it.
So good. Who is the sweatiest rugby player?
Yeah, I've gone me. There's a pretty famous story where I sweated so much that I put myself in full body cramps for an hour and 45 minutes.
An hour and 45 minutes.
You're on death's door.
So I kind of we came off the pitch and they took me back to the hotel and they wanted me to go sleep and be on oxygen, but they put me in the physio room, which basically meant it was like an open casket. So the boys could just come past them and then just have photo shoots with me, pay their respects or whatever. And I obviously couldn't really laugh because I'd start cramping, so I just had to lie there and take it.
Oh my God.
And then it went on for a while. So yeah, that's a yeah. So yeah.
Do those photos ever come back round and haunt you?
They like edited in like tombstones over my head
So
and
good.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they got me back to train 2 days later, and then I thought it was all happening again. I was walking back from training. I was like, oh no, please no. And the air-con car came and picked me up to literally go 100 meters. Like,
Literally a 5-10 minute walk. That was it.
Oh, that is so good. Okay, who is the biggest rugby nose?
Yeah, he does love rugby.
Yeah.
Have you all gone same?
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Strong. Worst player to be stranded on a desert island with?
No.
Go on, Joe, you can go.
I went for Cuz again because I don't know if I could take that much of him.
Yeah,
I think
24/7 would be tough.
Yeah. I think it could be funny for a little bit, and then you're like, right, I'm not sure what that is.
Who did you go for, Will?
I went for Willis.
Another one.
Yeah, I've lived with him, so
Have you?
I kind of know that. Well, I mean, I say it was bad. I was useless, but he used to boss me around non-stop. But also, I feel like you'd have to pass time. And how bad is he at like playing cards?
Yeah,
with
he's
me?
bad at cards.
Yeah, he is the worst.
Fair.
He's at gin rummy.
Yeah, he's terrible.
He's terrible. So yeah, you do, I guess.
I've gone Stu, and I mean no offence.
I would have gone me as well.
Yeah, but I just was, the more you spoke, and I was like also useless. And then any food that we did get was I'm not going to eat. So, and then you're not going to help us get off the island.
No.
You're just
I'll be
gonna-
happy.
You'll be
there.
like,
I'll
oh
be
well,
happy.
this is us now.
This is
yeah,
me,
well, I'll just find a nice spot to nip and nap in.
I would be asleep or just
Yeah,
eat
so
the
he
food you
wouldn't.
got.
Yeah, if the goal was to get off the island, Stu wouldn't
Fair.
be very helpful. No.
Okay, slightly nicer then. Best person to be stranded on a desert island with? Go on, Charlie.
I've gone with March
Aw.
because he's.
I feel bad I haven't done it.
We'd make a good team, I reckon.
We did.
And he sings, so he'd be.
Oh,
he'd do all
really?
the entertainment, and he would literally. You talk to anything, wouldn't you? Talk to a tree.
Oh,
you
yeah.
talk to, so he would keep.
When you
keep
stop
morale
talking to
high.
me,
Yeah. I wouldn't even need to talk. Joe would just talk to me, so that'd be nice.
Perfect. Will?
Faz, I think from the previous answer, yeah, I could potentially never leave that island. I feel like he'd be the best person to get the ball rolling to get us off there. Yeah.
And Joe?
I've gone for Max Malins because we've roomed together a fair bit. We get on really well, and yeah, I've known him for a long time. So yeah, he's a great guy. So.
Have you played together a lot? Like growing up
We
then?
played 20s together. We played against each other a fair few times. We've been at Sarries up in the Quins. But it's nice because obviously, like, although it's like a London derby and stuff, most times we just sit and chat after the game. Sometimes in the game, so it's nice.
So good. Okay, who do you think would make the best coach? Go on, Will, you go.
Attention to detail.
Thanks, guys. That means a lot. It's just a nice way of saying I'm boring. I went Genji.
Fair.
I think because he's almost the opposite of me, but I think he also has a
I
very.
think it'd be a
very-
good tag team together.
Yeah, you see what I mean? Like we
Yeah.
would complement. If me and Genji coached together, you'd have chalk and cheese. So I can do all the dry, boring stuff, and the lads can actually like him and get on with it. Yeah.
Is that to do with his line-out detail or?
Yeah, you could do the selection meetings and he could
I
be
could
the
do,
one.
yeah, so I've already picked off the team. Yeah, I've already picked off the team. Oh, thanks, guys. It means a lot. Cheers. Thank you.
Which forward is most likely to kick a 50-22? Joe, you were quick with that one. Go on.
Quick. I've gone Donners because I don't know if you've seen
Skillful.
many. He's a skillful lad.
Yeah.
He's good, and if there's anyone that I reckon could just bring it out, I think he'd see it, and then he'd just execute it really well. So yeah, I back him.
I'll put Billy. I've seen it a couple of times. He's got a nice little grabber on him for a 50-22.
Yeah, he hit one this season.
Yeah,
it was
he
this
did.
season, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
I've
good.
put most likely to try it would be Will Stewart. But most likely to actually execute it would be Alex Donbrand. You've tried a few.
I've done one. I've completed one.
Completed
It was a
it.
box kick over the.
Yeah, so
Box kick 50-20.
I think most likely to try is this guy, but most likely to actually pull it off is Alex Donbrand.
It's been coached out of me a little bit,
Really?
but when I was coming up, I would regularly try and kick, and as I was transitioning to a tight head, it was I had Dai Young at the time, and he wasn't best pleased. I think it was my first game for Wasps, and I made it a line break and tried to grab a past the fullback, and just spooned it off my shin and fell over. Didn't play again for a year and a half. So,
You put that on your Insta, didn't you?
yeah, I did.
I enjoyed that as well.
That was a bleak moment actually. Yeah, we were 40 points down, and I've tried to grab the fullback.
Do you know what? At that point, you've just got to try.
Exactly. I thought I'd be on every
Go on
highlight
YouTube,
reel of
yeah.
props gone wild ever.
Class. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank
Very
you.
interesting insights.